This is Alexis Drinks, where we talk alcohol with the people who bring it to you. We're at Tuckahoe Brewing in Egg Harbor Township, talking to Fun Bobby. Let's go see what he's drinking. And welcome to another episode of Alexis Drinks. This week we are at Tuckahoe Brewing in Egg Harbor Township with Rob Callahan, the one, the only, Fun Bobby, 2023 now?
Yeah, I guess now. You got to push it back a little bit.
Listen, it happens. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thank you for coming.
Absolutely.
It's always a pleasure to have you here.
I do like coming down here. We're a little bit bedraggled. We're a little bit
torrential downpours.
Torrential downpours.
And you and I both ran out of our cars in the pouring rain to get inside.
And I got here and Rob was like, "You in your car," waiting for me to get in. I think that was great.
Yeah.
So, what are we drinking today?
We have a few things on tap today. So we're going to drink some bourbon, some rye, in particular, one of my favorites, Angel's Envy Rye.
Ooh, I have actually had this once, but not, I mean, I've had something from Angel's Envy. I don't know if it was the rye.
So the beauty of Angel's Envy, it's batched in 8 to 12 barrel batches, and then they go into rum casks for another, and then they get blended again.
Ooh.
They release it twice a year. I think they release 48,000 bottles per year. It's a really cool place. I've had both of their regular bourbon and their rye. I like the ryes better.
Now, are you a rye drinker? Is that what I heard?
I am. I like rye better.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get after it.
Yeah, let's get after it.
Yeah. I'm very excited about whenever we have hard alcohol on this show.
And it's cool because it was started by a guy.
Thank you.
I don't know what his background was. He might have been some kind of engineering, but it's the Henderson family, and they perfected the way they wanted. Cheers.
Oh, cheers.
They perfected the way they wanted to blend it, and then the guy died.
Oh.
So the son still carries on the tradition of what Angel's Envy was all about, and it's delightful. Like.
Ooh,
yeah, so you get like molasses, caramel, a little bit of vanilla, and you get that little burn at the end, which is, typical of rye.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I enjoy it. So it's not like I like to feel the burn.
Rob just wants to watch it all burn.
Maybe.
I like that because you do. You get all of that. Like, it's a very complex.
Yeah, it is really complex.
Flavor.
I mean, listen, it's hard to come by. Yeah, thanks to my good friend Jordan at Circle Liquor.
Ooh, okay. Man,
I'm able to get my hands on it when it comes out. As you can see, it's starting to get lower. So,
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
No, because you do. So, like, you get that, like, molasses. I feel like you get the molasses and it's wheat, like, grain forward on the front. And then, like, it kind of inhales.
Yeah.
And
it gives you.
It was like a sweetness, that like underlayer that I wasn't expecting.
And that's what I like. And that rum, that's that rum cask finish too.
Yeah,
so
no, it is. Ooh,
gives it that sweetness.
I love the smell of it too.
Yeah.
I want to do things with this.
Yes.
Like.
Well, that kind of scares me, but.
No, I mean, like, cook with it or something. I don't drink it and like put it in things.
Yeah,
and,
I mean, it pairs well in a lot of things, and.
Oh, it's so good.
I kind of got into bourbon during COVID. Because I was like, maybe I need a little break from drinking so much beer to lose a little weight. So I
found it for you.
No, you didn't. So I said, let's educate myself in something different than beer. So that's what I started doing, and I was able to get my hands on some fine bourbons.
Okay. And I love bourbon, so.
As a person in sales, I have a lot of connections out there to help me obtain the bourbons I'm looking for.
If anyone wants to help Fun Bobby obtain some bourbons for Fun Alexis.
Yeah, anytime. I can point you in the right direction.
Nice. No, this is phenomenal.
And that's the beauty of being the sales manager. Is you have connections for things like this. So
yeah. No, I do. I like that, like almost like maple syrup smell to it.
Yeah, and Yep, as you say, the Dram Society. So like, I
Okay.
started frequenting Passion Vines. Used to have Whiskey Wednesdays before COVID, and now they're back running again. So you can go there. You can get a flight of bourbon or whiskey, whatever they have.
Where is Passion Vine?
That's in Summers Point. That's the Summers Point Passion Vines.
Okay, Summers Point
It's an
Passion
Acme
Vines.
shopping center.
Has a Whiskey Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
Yep.
So I'm busy this Wednesday, but next Wednesday I'm fully available.
We can go there.
I'm booked. Let's do this thing.
All right,
I mean, I really
it's
like
fun.
that idea.
And you can they give you like half-ounce pours. Like, I think you get 3 or 4.
Okay.
You know, I usually get a cheese plate. Sometimes I bring in a beer that's new, and everybody likes to try that too. So
Nice.
it's a good time.
That sounds great. That
Yeah.
sounds fantastic. All right, I'm for it. Ooh. Oh no, I'm going to keep drinking this.
Yeah.
But
It's a sipper.
It is a sipper. So in the meantime, can we try your other beer? The other thing. We don't know what it is. It could be anything.
So we're going to drink a beer from Commonwealth Brewery, which is
Ooh.
one of my favorite breweries to visit when I go to Virginia Beach.
Mm-hmm.
It's located in Virginia Beach on the Chesapeake Bay, and it's located in an old firehouse.
Ooh, that's fun.
And it's such a cool venue. They make some really good beers.
I gotta say, I love seeing like all of the different places that alcohol producers kind of repurpose.
Yeah.
And so what is this? What are we
This is
drinking?
called Cosmic Egg.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
Apropos for where we're going here. And it's a triple IPA.
Oh. Okay.
And it has Citra,
Ooh.
Sabro, and Mosaic.
Ooh, it smells amazing though.
Yeah. And and if I recall from my trip there, it does not drink like a triple.
So
So it's dangerous.
awesome. So we start with some whiskey, then we go to some really dangerous
And as you
beer.
say, I love cool labels as well.
Oh yeah.
So
Well, I
their
mean,
stuff
and
is-
you guys have. Tuckahoe always
Yeah.
has such cool labels.
And that's like,
so
this is a place I've visited multiple times. I wrote an article for South Jersey Beer Scene on my first trip there.
so kids, go check that out.
Made my one dog famous. We put her, as she was out the window with the camper behind her, and I took a selfie. So you know,
Cute.
so yeah, it's
Oh no, that is dangerous.
yeah.
That's
It's got a nice citrusy flavor. Not a
Yeah.
lot of bite for a triple. It has a
No.
booziness to it, but
but
it's-
like, I mean, maybe it's because I've been drinking whiskey, but not that much of a booziness
No,
to it.
no.
Not enough to
Not
warn
like
you
that.
that it's not a
No.
triple. Mm. Oh, no,
is
but that's
delicious.
it is. It's so
Yeah.
smooth, and it's got that great like you taste the hops.
well, Mosaic and Citra blend well together.
Yes.
Like they're really good.
I feel like I
And
hear them together a lot.
the Sabro is something I'm not super familiar with. We use it in a couple of beers here, but like it always tends to blend in well with those.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of other breweries making that combo, so
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
really enjoy it.
Fairly, it's a great combo because yeah, you have this like again a
You
nice.
wouldn't know you're drinking a triple here.
I would never, no, in a million years. Thank you for telling me.
Yeah.
Not going to stop me from drinking it, but
It's not gonna stop me from drinking it either. I never really have met a beer that I didn't really like.
I have met a couple of beers I wouldn't dance with more than once.
And the funny thing is I'm like on an off IPA kick because I sell it and I taste it a lot.
Sure.
And it's a hazard of the job. You
Sure,
have
you
to
have to
taste
be, oh,
with
you
people.
know, if you're going to taste it, I'll taste it with you. Let's drink
Yes.
it together.
So-
You get a lot of IPAs.
Yeah, it just was like IPA out for a while. We actually made it, a Pilsner this year, but this
fun.
is probably one of the first IPAs I've had in a while, other than the one that we'll taste later on that we just that we just packaged the other day. So I'm kind of excited for that as well. And
Yeah, no, this is delightful. So
Yeah.
thank you. And it's Commonwealth in Virginia Beach.
yeah, great place. If you're in Virginia Beach, I recommend a visit there. You will not be disappointed.
Yeah.
They have a beautiful outside area. They're dog friendly.
Oh, that's good.
It's all concrete, drink rail around. Their bar is all concrete, and the staff's super knowledgeable and they're very friendly. I introduce myself every time I go down. I always bring goodies for them, and they're always.
I love that too. Like the
Yeah.
beer world is just like, hi, I've come with my
Yeah.
6-packs and my,
Yeah.
just to give. It's always like to give, not to receive, but then everyone gives you back.
It's actually
something,
one of
which
the
is nice.
it's one of the places that if I say, "Hey Brenda, do you want to go to Commonwealth Brewery?" The answer is a definite yes, because they make some of her favorite stouts. She's a stout person. So,
Nice.
yeah.
That's excellent.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing this
You're
with
welcome.
me. And
Thank
we'll keep
Here's some
drinking
more.
it. Mm. You guys stay tuned. We will be back after this.
BruYou is the app to send and receive drinks. Buying a drink with BruYou is easy. First, select a recipient, choose the location, and then pick a drink from their menu and send it out. It's easy to stay connected with the people you care about with BruYou. Whether it's a birthday or promotion, or just because, sending a drink with BruYou is great for any occasion. When someone buys you a drink, you'll receive a notification with the details, and the drink will be stored in the app until you redeem it. When you're ready to redeem a drink, follow the prompts and show the bartender the confirmation screen. Once your drink is received, close it out on the app and say thanks. Then, cheers! You just received your first drink on BruYou. Available for download on the App Store and Google Play Store.
Thanks so much for sticking with us, guys. We're back, and now we get to talk about
Tuckahoe beer.
Tuckahoe
How about
beer.
that?
The whole reason we're here, which I'm very
Exactly.
excited about.
So we got some beauties up for you here.
Yeah. No, well, I mean, number one, beautiful looking.
Two beers that are out of the realm of what I really love.
Yeah.
But I've grown to love our sours. Our sours are growing in popularity. And a Pilsner, which, as a sales guy, I was anti-Pilsner for the longest time.
Well, you know, Pilsners are like having a moment.
It's a tough
trend.
sell, man. But you know what? I think people have gotten IPA'd out here and there.
Yeah.
And they're just looking for something different, especially when it's hot. And the Pilsner is great. And honestly, like as this guy who sold it, I've went to accounts that I've had difficulty getting beer on because they're not craft centric. And
the Pilsner.
2 golf courses that I put this on sell it like crazy.
See?
Yeah.
This is why Pilsner's is having its moment. I love it.
Exactly.
I'm very excited about
I've become
it.
a fan of Pilsner.
All right, so which one are you going to drink first?
So we'll drink the Gose first.
Okay. Ooh.
So a little story behind the Gose.
Cheers.
Okay. So if you're not familiar with Gose, it's a sour with sea salt.
Right.
We use plum puree,
Ooh.
which we obtained from our former brewer, Tim Karen, as he left Goose Island Brew Pub.
Okay.
So
okay.
there was some plum puree that came our way, and we made good use of it.
Came our way.
And we thought that this was a good beer to use. So
Well,
it's
plum.
a kettle sour, aged in plum puree with sea salt.
Okay. And what do we call
It's
this?
called Beach Bum Plum Gose.
Beach Bum Plum Gose.
Yeah.
Love it.
Or the salesman's a bum Gose, whatever, something like that. I don't know.
It smells delightful.
So what I really like, it really tastes like beach plums,
Nice.
which it's not, but I think it's a perfect beer to end the summer with.
Yes,
Pretty color,
it is.
you know, and
Works good.
people like those colorful beers, as we know.
Listen, I really like pretty things.
Well, it's a pretty beer. It really is.
It is. It's very nice. And but it lives up to its, you know.
And our brewer, Corey and Mike, his assistant, did a great job brewing this. It seems to be a taproom favorite. I've sold it out to a few accounts so far, and seems to get a good welcoming. So.
Well, you know, I love introducing folks to a Gose because the concept of the sea salt throws them off.
What I really love is you get that briny taste at the end. It makes people want to drink more.
Ah, yes.
So therefore, we
Make
can
them
go through the keg
thirstier.
quicker. And it's only 4.8%. So
Oh, very nice. So it's nice. You can like
It's easy to drink.
sit on the beach, drink it in the summer
Can you imagine?
sun.
Well, I'm sure we can drink on the beach one day.
Heck yeah. Well, one day.
Local summer. That's
Oh, well, that's my favorite time of year.
Yeah,
Are you
man.
kidding me?
You know that.
Cheers. It's true. We have a beach house that's like rented. My parents rent. I mean, my parents have a beach house, and they rent it in the summer.
Yeah.
And people are like, "Well, don't you want to go during the summer?" I'm like, "No.
Now there's too many people here.
Too many people. The beach is just the best. September, October.
Yeah.
I have it for the first weekend in October.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're drinking there.
Yeah. First weekend in October, just show
Bring
up
some
at Seaside
goodies.
Park.
Yeah.
Just start shouting Alexis. You'll find me. It's a very tiny
I'll find you.
town.
Well, we do reach up that far, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, no, it's a great. Well,
I can always plan a trip to work up there and meet up
yeah,
with
you gotta like sell at liquor stores up there,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
like do some like market research with
Yeah.
some heavy reel and some Tom's River.
Tom's
and
River,
some,
yeah.
Pop over to in
Third Wave?
Kill me. Last wave over
Third wave was in Delaware. That's correct.
Oh yeah, I've heard of Third Wave.
They're no longer with us.
I did not know that.
No,
Oh,
they're
that's a
not.
shame.
The Last Wave's up there, yeah. Point Pleasant, I believe.
I love the guys at
Right?
Last Wave.
Is that Point Pleasant?
Yes.
Yeah.
There was this like day in the summer last year that my mom and I decided we were going to introduce my uncle's girlfriend to craft beer.
And you went there?
And we went there. And like, it didn't occur to me that like my mom has a convertible. This sounds really bougie, but like that's her car. And it didn't occur to me that I would need sunblock in the convertible.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I got like super burned, but it was fine because then
It was nice to work at a job where I was always driving and my left arm was always tanner because my arm was being everything. That's a true thing.
Yeah. No, you gotta
Yeah.
kids, put on your suntan lotion even in the car. So I picked up the Pilsner because the Gose made me thirsty.
So, Pilsner, the bane of most salespeople's existence.
It's a
hard sell.
Well, but it's a hard beer to
Let me
make.
say this. It was.
Right. Well,
Yeah.
again, it's having a moment. People want
Because
it.
now it's a little trendy.
And this is how you get your non-craft beer drinkers.
Yeah,
Like
that-
you're like, just reel them in. Like, oh,
We fish them in.
this is a flavor that you'll recognize.
When they come in and say, what's the closest thing to Coors Light?
Oh.
Let me get you something here.
And then you'll drink this, and then you're like, well, but also you want to experiment and get yourself something
And
with
it's-
sea salt in it.
So this is called Dockside Daydreaming.
Okay. Ooh.
Okay, it's a Pilsner.
Nice.
Czech Pilsner yeast, 4.5%.
Yeah.
It is going to get canned and will become part of our regular core product, and it will be using one of my photos from my COVID photography adventure.
Oh yeah, everyone, check out Fun Bobby's Instagram, Facebook.
Life with Fun Bobby
Life with Fun
Rants
Bobby.
and
I
Rob
mean-
Callahan Facebook.
Not for nothing. Your pictures are gorgeous. Like they're
And they could be better.
fairly stunning.
But I was inspired by my friend who we already used his beer picture for a beer label, Christian Gagne. So he shoots for the press and does other stuff. Yeah, he does a lot of stuff on his own. Awesome photographer. So he inspired me. Like it gave me something to do because I was into photography and my wife always used to gripe at me like, takes too long. But she's come to love it. And
Because they're gorgeous.
it's something that she says to me, who's this Zen Bobby? Hashtag Zen Bobby. Because I don't see Zen Bobby. I'm like, I'm only Zen for the first half hour of the morning.
day, right. When
because
it's
I watch
quiet
the
and there's
sunrise
no one.
and drink my coffee by myself.
Well, they're gorgeous pictures.
And sometimes I run into people, but
Sure.
I don't mind the soul. Like it's good for me.
Yeah.
And I'm a hyper person, so
So it's those moments.
yeah. So this is a crisp, clean drinker. I'm
It
excited
is.
that it's going to have my picture on the label.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I think this is going to be a good seller.
Smells really good too. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
See, again, I'm always looking for things that I can
little-
give my Milwaukee's best
Sure.
light friends.
This is how we.
I tell them drink
This is
water.
how we grasp these mainstream beer drinkers. Like, dude,
But
there's
even
something
still-
out there. Like, this is
But this is so good.
crafted small. Like,
Yeah.
this isn't getting crafted in 500 barrel
Right.
freaking fermenters. You know what I mean?
And that's what I like about this, right? So it has that flavor that is accessible to your macro drinkers.
Right.
But it has this.
The hops that are in are so minimal.
Yeah.
You know, and they're put in during the boil. So, like, there's a slight, very, very, very slight bitter, but there's nothing that anybody's gonna notice. It's more malt forward than
No,
anything.
exactly.
So,
It's got a deep flavor.
Yeah.
It's got it's like golden.
it is.
If golden were a flavor.
You know what's funny? It reminds me of one of my favorite mainstream beers.
Uh-huh.
It's Coors Banquet. I think I might like it because of the little keg bottles, but I drink it a lot when I don't want to drink craft beer because it's delicious.
Yeah. Well, you know what's so funny? So I lived in Boulder, Colorado, and you can't live that close to Golden without taking the Coors.
I would like to take the.
Oh my God, it's such a great tour. it's such an interesting tour, and it's such an interesting, look at beer.
Yeah.
And you can't, so like you go through this whole tour and you go through the hot, you see all of like the massive scale of what they do, and it's very hot, and then they bring you to this very cold room where they give you Coors Light or Coors Banquet right
Well, I'd drink Banquet.
off the tap.
Dude, I would drink Banquet right off the tap.
Very cold.
I might stick my mouth under the tap at that point.
It's very, and like you're just like, oh my God, this is the best beer in the planet, on the planet, in the world.
Coors Banquet is pretty delicious. And you know what? I believe it's one of the most drank mainstream beers of craft brewers. I do believe that.
Well, I do. So the thing that's funny is, right, I hear so often that craft beer producers, like have their like macro beers.
You have to go to like that big beer. Like I used to be a Rolling Rock guy, but I really like for some reason I just moved on to Coors Banquet.
Though I wonder,
and it must be the bottle fascination. I don't know.
Listen,
but I dig it.
I just wonder if like the proliferation of pilsners and lagers and other, of these style beers in the craft world will like turn some people to finding a craft beer to fill
I think something like this can really grab the people that we're looking for. Like,
right.
Because people are afraid.
I know.
Oh my God, it's hoppy. It's not really. And like IPAs today are not hoppy like IPAs of old.
Right. And I think too that, so I'm like, I can't
We're
just
double
say.
fisting. Let me say. Hold on.
Listen.
Let me say. Yeah.
It's not a bad combo.
Good
Not gonna lie.
This is a good cleaner though.
Yeah, I mean, this is like you start. Ooh, actually.
And you know what? Since I just cleansed with Pilsner, I'll finish my Angel Envy rye right now.
Actually, this is not a bad idea. Ooh,
Where's yours?
Mine's over. It's over here.
Yeah, cheers.
Listen, kids.
Let's finish.
Cheers.
Can't waste that.
We've never done this before. Oh no, we always drink it off. Yeah. But no, I think that like,
Oh my
yeah,
God,
people
so
just
delicious.
like need to get out there and try it.
Well, it's like food.
Right.
Okay. And let's be realistic. If you're a couple and you're with somebody, if somebody doesn't eat and the other one does, you're not making it.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, no, you are, as long as you get the non-eater
Yeah. Well, yes.
to eat.
Yes. Like, I was lucky. Like my wife.
I made you that.
My wife eats everything.
Yeah.
So it's never a challenge. Like she's got me to eat things that I would never eat. Like
Yeah.
I never liked Middle Eastern or Indian food. And,
ooh, friend.
I love like Lebanese food. Love it. And she's
I've
the
got
one who got me in that.
Nice. See, that's fantastic.
And guess what, Brenda? I taught you about Mexican food.
Oh, those are some fighting words, but I love it. Well, kids, that's about the time we have.
I think it's a wrap, isn't it?
It's a wrap for us. I mean, for you guys. It's not a wrap for us.
Let's
We
do a
have-
double cheers.
Love it,
Yeah.
love it. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you so much.
Tune in next week for Alexis Drinks.
Bless. Love it.